Grand Combin. The Grand Combin is a mountain massif in the western Pennine Alps in the canton of Valais. At a height of 4,314 meters, 14,154 feet, the summit of Combin de Grafeneire is one of the highest peaks in the Alps and the second most prominent of the Pennine Alps. The Grand Combin is also a large glaciated massif consisting of several summits, among which 3 are above 4,000 meters, Combin de Grafeneire 4,314 meters, 14,154 feet, Combin de Valsorey 4,183 meters, 13,724 feet, Combin de Tsessette 4,134 meters, 13,563 feet. The highest part of the massif is wholly in Switzerland, although the border with Italy lies a few kilometers south. The normal route starts from the Corbezier hut, which lies on the north side in the Corbezier Valley. Despite the fact that no major difficulties exist, a particularly dangerous passage has to be traversed on the north flank, the corridor. It is a couloir dominated by seracs continuously falling on it. Geography. The massif of the Grand Combin lies in Lower Valais, south of Fairbier between the Val d'Entremont, west, and Val de Bagnes, west. The northwestern facing side of Grand Combin is entirely covered by eternal snows and glaciers which are prone to serac falls. The southern and eastern walls are more steep and thus exempt of snow. The topography of the Grand Combin is intricate. Between the Val d'Entremont and the Val de Bagnes are two high ridges, nearly parallel to each other into those valleys, which both diverge from a short transverse ridge of great height. The southern end of the space enclosed between these three ridges is an elevated plateau of great extent, where the snows accumulate and feed the Corbezier Glacier which descends thence for about 10 kilometers to the north. The glacier is surrounded by the peaks of Petit Combin, Combin de Corbezier and Combin de Valsorey on the west, Grand Tave and Tournelles Blanc on the east. Smaller glaciers lie on the external flanks such as Valsorey and Mont Durand Glacier. At the southeast extremity of the plateau, the highest part of the enclosing ridge is surmounted by two conical summits, of which the higher southwest point, Grand Combin de Grafeneire, is 4,314 meters in height, while the neighboring northeast summit, Aiguille du Croissant, is lower by less than 60 meters, 4,260 meters. Two other minor summits over 4,000 meters are located on the ridge, the Grand Combin de Valsorey, 4,184 meters, on the west and the Combin de Tsessette, 4,135 meters, on the east. On the west side, the plateau sinks to a considerably lower level, and over this lies the Col des Maisons Blanches, 3,418 meters, by which access to the Corbezier Valley is obtained from the side of the Val d'Entremont. All the waters flowing on the region end up in the Drance River and the Rhone. After Dom, Weisshorn, it is the highest massif of the Alps situated out of the main chain. South of the Grand Combin, the ridge separating the glaciers of Mont Durand and Saunierdon reaches the Grand Tave by a few kilometers away, which is located on the main watershed and border with the Italian region of Aosta Valley. The ridge diverges to the southwest and appears to be continuous with the range of the Aiguilles Vertes, or Aiguilles de Valsorey, and that of Montvelin. From this branches the lower range, which divides the channel of the Glacier du Mont Durand, north, from the Val d'Allemont in the Aosta Valley, south, and extends by the Col de Fenetre to the Mont Hela. Climbing history. The Grand Combin, which yields in height to only a few European mountains, was long one of the least known of alpine summits. The first to commence the exploration of the great massif which separates the Val de Bagnes from the Val d'Entremont was Gottlieb Samuel Studer, of Bern, who on August 14, 1851 reached for the first time the summit of the Combin de Corbezier with the guide Joseph Benjamin Fellé, and has published an account of that in a subsequent excursion in Bergen Gletscherfahrten. He was followed in that ascent 5 years later by W. and C. Matthews, and in 1857, William Matthews anticipated Studer in the ascent of the second peak of the Grand Combin. The first 4 expeditions on Grand Combin reached only the minor summit east of Grand Combin, Aiguille du Croissant. The first one was made by mountain guides from the valley, Maurice Fellé and Jouvence Bruce, on July 20, 1857. The first complete ascent of Grand Combin was finally made on July 30, 1859 by Charles Saint-Clair Deville with Daniel, Emmanuel, and Gaspard Ballys, and Basile Dorses. The Grand Combin de Valsorey on the west was reached for the first time on September 16, 1872 by J. H. Isler and J. Gillios. They climbed the southwest face above the Plateau du Couloir. The itinerary on the southeast ridge was opened on September 10, 1891 by O. Glenn Jones, A. Bover and P. Gaspos. Climbing huts. Pennine Hut, 2,641 meters, north side. Valsorey Hut, 3,030 meters, southwest side. Bivouac Piaggio Muso, 3,658 meters, south side.